Smelly Mail, we in the lab. We're next level with Content is King. We got Lil Raymond, man. Jimmy Cash brother, man. My man.
Nigga, I'm from Compton. What up, quick? You my nigga, bro. Doing 80 a Figaro. Condition is critical. I can't get.
Had a money green Seville.
You
remember that? You remember that car? Yeah, you know.
Is that when he was with Portia?
Yeah, he had a money green Seville. He come out, he jumps out the Seville.
With the jacket with the tails on it.
You know, had a money green tees, you know, with the bed, you know, that's when he was wearing tees back then.
And he was a tall, slender brother,
with the
you know.
hat going on, man, and then he had about 8 holes jump out of both sides. That's the vision I get when I remember
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler, man. He was like the coolest, man. He was a cool dude, man, you know. I hated, you know, to see him go the way that he did. But one thing I can say, man, I had a couple of homies, man, that went that way and, you know, was getting high and was out there like that. They can't, when I saw him, man, I gave him the same love, man. Same with Ricky Pitts, man. Before he got clean and got to be a preacher, I was messing with a girl over there off by Mona Park. And I used to stop over there, man, and Ricky Pitts was in front of that store, man. Every day, man, I'd stop. I'd make sure he got something to eat. Man, you got somewhere to sleep tonight, man. Make sure I done went and got him rooms. You know what I mean? Whatever I had to do, man, to make sure he was okay, man, because he was out there like that. And, you know, right there, he was right around the corner from his people, you know. But, you know, same thing with Jimmy, man. I see him, man. I treated him just like my big homie, man, you know. I never forget when Ricky Pitts got clean, man, and he saw me selling clothes. He told me, he said, man, I remember, man. I remember, man. Thank you, man. I said, hey, man. You know,
he really pulled his cuss. He became something for the Linwood School District. He was like a
counselor.
Yes. He was, you know.
He was really involved. With
he was really involved.
Yeah, man. He turned it all the way around, man. But you know, I treated him the same. Cash, man. He was one of my heroes coming up, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, because I remember as a kid, you know, we little kids, man. And Tookie would be around there. We thought it was, you know, big to be riding our little dirt bikes, you know, throwing peas at him and this and that. You know, he was probably about 5 times our size, you know.
Right.
And this and that, man. Tookie had a temper, man.
Yeah.
Tookie had a temper, man. And he'd come at you, man, and him and Cash say, come on, man, they little dudes, man. You know?
Right.
Tookie, take them little motherfuckers over there, you know. Because he used to be, you know, right around the corner from where I was staying, right there. Big old dude, man. Big old dude, man.
Man, it was a lot of times when Tookie just walk up, people just would get quiet.
Hey, man, I ain't going to say no names, but I had some big homies that was going in the house, you know, closing the door. Because he had enough heart to walk down in. He walked down in. That's the only crib I know, you know, big or small, you know, young or old, that walked down in like it wasn't nothing to it. Went to the store, got what he wanted, and came right back out.
Right. I got a few names, man, and I want to go over, man, and if you can add anything, but I just want to do, you know, Ray Johnson, Russell Johnson, Bojangles, Smiley, Icky Dawson, Stanley Pitts, Ricky Pitts. Remember Big Killer?
Oh, yeah.
And Savage, Volcano, Bartender, New York, Randy McQuiller, Donald McQuiller, Lil George, Willie T. Herman Jr., Time Bomb, Fire, China Dog. Remember Diamond? When we talked about country, right? The Chisholms, Lawrence and Terrence and Lawrence, Reggie Hicks, Freddie Hicks, Jimmy Cash Butler, Phil Johnson, Johnny Johnson, Elliott. What about Bobby Weston? Remember him?
Bobby Weston died, man.
Really?
You know, he died. This was like it had to be like about 4 or 5 years ago, man. I didn't even know he died. In fact, my cousin, man, a little cat, Gregory Arrington, you know, he was a little he went to Bobby Weston's funeral, and when I ran into him, he said, hey, man, look, I got this for you, man. I knew you didn't know. And I know that was your people. Because, you know, me and Bobby Weston was in the Marine Corps together.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, we wasn't together. Bobby Weston was a straight out grunt, you know, a porno, but we was in there at the same time, you know, around the same time.
So, okay, glad you brought that up. So, when the court thing ended, what made you choose to go to the military? How did that come about, man? So now we finna go transition to the positive stuff, man, because we're turning a negative into a positive right here.
That's right. Well, you know, we was fighting all them cases, man, and Lieutenant Jackson, you know, for whatever reason, man, he took a liking to me. I don't know why. I used to talk shit, call him out, tell him to take off his billy club and his gun and all that shit, man, you know. But when we was going through all that, I had just got the DA reject from the Bullet case. I just got the DA reject from the Strawberry case. And then the 13 counts of robbery that me, Cal, and Porky was fighting, I got a DA reject on that. All I had was a burglary that went down right down the street from my house, you know.
Oh my God.
You know, you know, and
right.
they was hanging that over my head, you know, and Lieutenant Jackson, you know, he pulled me out the holding cell in Compton. You know, he said he want to talk to me. He said, man, you know, you ever thought about going to the service, man? I was like, I thought about it for about a half a second. Then I came to my right mind and said, hell no. But he was like, you know, I want you to think about it, man. And he told me this story, man, about.
This the judge?
No, this is the
Lieutenant Jackson.
Yeah, and then he brought in, it wasn't a judge, it was a commissioner.
Commissioner.
You know, I don't know whether they studying to be judges. I don't know what the hell they are, but commissioner, and I cannot remember.
Was he black?
No, he was black, but he was like one of them Creole dudes. You know what I mean? You know, but him and Lieutenant Jackson pulled me, man, and they was telling me about how they grew up in New York, and they got caught up in gangs and stuff, you know what I mean? And, you know, they got out of boot camp and went and paid cash, $400 for a 64 Chevy or something. You know that was way before our time.
Right.
You know, and this and that, and that's how he turned his life around. He was an MP, this and that. It turned out to be both, because both of them at one time were Compton PD, you know. But one of them went on to be a commissioner. Lieutenant Jackson went on to be a lieutenant.
Once again, in the moment, you were being blessed. You just didn't realize it at the time. These two black men was giving you an image or showing you something to where you can just...
something in me, man.
Okay,
you know what I mean? And the cold thing about it, I didn't find out till later that same commissioner had just sent my brother, you know, I don't know if you knew my brother Rodney, you know, had just sent him to the pen, you know, and my mom... you know, had just sent her to jail, you know, because she was in and out on them drug charges, you know. So, you know, they saw something in me, man. You know what I mean? You know, and anyway, they asked me, what you think about going to the service? The first time I straight blew it off. They told me their little stories, and the commissioner telling me this little corny-ass story about, you know, you take a fish and put him in a fishbowl. You know, he's just gonna be, you know, a little squirmy little fish. But you break that fishbowl, put him in the ocean, he grows to be big as a whale. I mean, he said, man, I think you in the fishbowl, dude. You know, he said, I think you can do something with your life, man. You know, and be bigger than what this thing is in Compton, man. You know, and he said, I know what you said about the military, but I'm gonna lay it on you like this. I got 4 pamphlets. They went and got the pamphlets from me. One from the Marine Corps, one from the Navy, and 3. One from the Navy, one from the Marine Corps, and one from the Army. He said, you know, you choose which one you want to go to, man. He said, you're gonna have to choose one of them, or we're gonna take this burglary, man, and max you out on this burglary, man. 5 years, you know. And he said, you can do 4 years in the Marine Corps or 5 years in the pen. You know, he said, with your background, you going to level 4.
You didn't want to see that level 4.
You know what I mean?
You didn't want to see that.
Especially back then, you know, and you know, but, you know, and I was like, you know, they gave me that, and I went back to my cell with them to think on it. And you know,
How long did it take you to think?
about by the time I got up that morning, man, it was
Mine
like,
was made up.
Where's the dough? You know what I mean? No, I thought about it, man, because you know that's really that's why you know I got a problem with religion because of the manipulative, you know what I mean, and and the mental bondage, you know, the manipulation, the control aspect, man. But I know that true spirituality, man, sets you free, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm saying that to say, I have been thinking real hard about how I was gonna get out of that life, man. Because what a lot of people didn't know, that I had graduated from high school, Inglewood High. I got out. They let me out to go graduate. Because that same commissioner was like, man, you fighting these cases, you getting ready to graduate? I was like, yeah, he let me out, you know, to go graduate, you know. And he gave me a drug test before I got out. I don't know how it wasn't a bunch of Sherman and stuff up in there, because, you know. But, you know, because that's what we was doing back then, you know. But, you know, he let me, I went to graduate, and I had got like a package, a financial aid package, and it got accepted in the Cal State Dominguez Hills, man. But that wouldn't have got me out the hood.
No,
you know
no,
what I
you were
mean?
still there.
Right, you know. But, you know, so.
Yeah, you needed to be taken out of the environment.
Yeah, they gave me these pamphlets, man. They came back the next morning, and Ted Jackson.
Okay, so we'll come back to it, man.